Hello, this is Jules again. This video is really just a quick overview of layers of reality, since I keep using that term and not explaining what I mean by it. So this is really just a 101 level basic video to explain what I mean by layers of reality. Okay, so the basic 4 layers of reality, these are the major layers of reality. There are others, but this is a good place to start for a 101 level video. So there's manifested reality. This is basically gross reality, physical reality. There's causal reality. There's the void. And then there's source or divinity itself. Manifested reality and causal reality both have sublayers, but like I said, this is just a one-on-one level video, so I'm going to stick to just these 4 major layers of reality. In manifested reality, you can experience all 5 states, all 5 spiritual states. So that means gross, subtle, causal, witnessing, and non-dual. So gross is pretty obvious. That's physical phenomena. And physical phenomena only happen in manifested reality. Subtle phenomena that you can experience in manifested reality include things I've mentioned before, like fae, ghosts. You're a lot less likely to experience causal phenomena in manifested reality, but you can. For example, you can see the probability field in manifested reality, and the way that looks to me is it looks like everything I'm seeing is now made of this like gold dust or sparkling light. It's a little difficult to describe, but I'm still in manifested reality seeing everything. It's just everything looks different. And everything looks like it's made of the same stuff because, well, under the hood, it is. When you're in witnessing state in manifested reality, you are just purely aware of the present moment, but you're still in manifested reality. So you might be experiencing physical phenomena, you might be experiencing subtle phenomena, you might be experiencing causal phenomena, but whatever it is that you're experiencing, you are in witnessing state having no thoughts or emotions about it. You're just experiencing it as itself in the present moment. And if you're in non-dual state in manifested reality, then you are experiencing the union of your pure awareness with whatever it is that you're experiencing. And the way that you know that you're in manifested reality, regardless of what state you're in, is that you're aware of your current location and surroundings in physical space, even if they happen to look different at the moment because of your state. The way that you know that you're in a layer of reality that is other than manifested reality is that you're aware of being in a place or a space that doesn't correspond to physical space. In order to do that, you have to be in a non-gross state. So that could be subtle, causal, witnessing, or non-dual. You can be in any of these states, experiencing any of these layers of reality. And in order to navigate these layers of reality, these non-manifested layers of reality, you need to be using your inner senses to navigate. Physical senses do not apply here. So what you might be experiencing in these other layers of reality with your inner senses in causal reality could be a variety of things. So I'm going to come back to that one. In the void, you're not going to be experiencing much of anything. You're just going to be experiencing pure blackness, or I think some people experience bright light. Either way, it's nothingness. It doesn't actually have anything to see. Your brain might be interpreting it as blackness or brightness, but technically you're not actually seeing anything. It is totally still. There is no sound. There are no sensations of any kind. So the void is total nothingness. I have not directly experienced being in the source layer, the total divinity layer of reality. Uh, that's sort of a weird thing to say because, in a way, we're always in it. But there's there's a version of it that I've encountered that I call the source river. It's just this bright light that I can actually touch and draw energy directly from, and it's very powerful. But I've never tried to go into it. I don't know what would happen. I don't know whether that's possible while still being human. But that's the closest that I've come to experiencing the pure source layer of reality. Causal reality, there are a lot of things in there, but the most common thing to experience is something that is frequently referred to as the inner desert. Sometimes it looks like an actual desert to me, and sometimes it looks like just a black, flat black plain with a flat black sky. There can be features in it. The black plane itself is very shiny. It's kind of, it looks like black glass or obsidian. And the sky is black too, so it's kind of difficult to make out the horizon. And a lot of the features in it are black as well, often made of the same material. But other times it's more interesting and it looks like a desert, and there are like scraggly trees in it and other features like temples and things. But causal reality is where I've experienced things like what I call the temporal plane, which is basically time, but you can walk around in it as a dimension. And in the temporal plane, I see my own life path. I see other people's life paths, sometimes intersecting with mine. So there are all these like grooves that are cut into the plane. There are also these large black monoliths everywhere. When I'm seeing the scene as an actual desert, these monoliths show up as looking like trees, like scraggly trees. So all these things in causal reality don't actually have an inherent appearance. The mind interprets them. Whatever you see is however your mind is interpreting these phenomena. And how these are related to each other is that source, divinity, is, well, the source, and it splits into the void, as in nothingness, and form. This is what I'm referring to when I say polarized divinity. And it is what is traditionally represented by this symbol. At this layer, all you have are pure opposites. This is all opposites. And then form splits up further and becomes causal reality. And this is where you have the phenomena that you can experience if you are in a causal layer of reality. So time is the example that I gave before. You can also experience the Platonic forms here. You can also experience the Akashic records here. And you can also witness directly divinity manifesting through all of its stages before becoming manifested reality. And then causal reality is what generates manifested reality. So each of these layers, each of these major layers generates the one above it. Source generates the void and form. Form generates causal reality, and causal reality generates manifested reality. So that means that manifested reality is actually the least real out of all of these layers of reality. And when you experience these other layers of reality, it feels like that. It feels like causal reality is more real and the void is even more real. And then divinity is, well, that's capital T truth. That's what's really happening. All of this is less and less true as you proceed. So hopefully that clarified what I mean when I say layers of reality, and specifically when I'm referring to manifested reality versus causal reality versus the void. I refer to these a lot. And hopefully it specifically makes clear for people who have experienced these other layers of reality that that's what I'm talking about when I say layers of reality. And for people who haven't experienced these other layers of reality, hopefully this is now clearer that there's something beyond manifested reality that you haven't experienced yet. I'm sure you have plenty of questions after this video because this was a very brief overview. Please feel free to put them in the comments below, and I'll respond to them. I will also most likely do other videos about different aspects of this in more detail in the future. And until then, bye-bye.